Hello everybody and welcome back to Open Door with me, Mickey. Happy Advent! We are 4 days into the season of Advent, which is a time of preparing our hearts and our souls and our minds to encounter God in a very real way that is transformative so that we can grow in the image and likeness of Christ, and then we are His light to the world. And I think that is really exciting. So one of the things that I want to focus on actually in the next 3 weeks is the whole idea of what do you want your presents to be for Christmas. I'm going to encourage you to let your present be your presents. And here's what I mean by that. I'm going to talk about throughout the next 3 weeks 3 ways to be present. The first is how to be present to God. The second, actually how to be present to ourselves. And the third is how to be present to other people. So let your present or your gift be your presents. So let's just jump right in. How can we become more present to God? First, I would say call upon God's name. One of the most beautiful things to hear, but also because I'm human and I'm fallen, sometimes one of the most annoying things to hear is the word mom. Mom, 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 can you do this? Mom, can you come here? Mom, I need your help. Mom, I don't need your help, but I still want you here. Mom, 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 mom. And there's beauty in that because when my kids call out my name, they expect me to show up to whatever request that they had. Like, Mom, can you help me tie my shoes? When they say my name, they are eagerly anticipating that I will actually show up, that I will at least listen to their request, that I am there. They expect my presence when they call upon my name. And the same is true with God. If we want to become more present in our relationship with God, I would say one simple habit to create is call upon the name of God. Lord, help me with this. Or Jesus, please be with me. Or Lord, there's so much traffic, give me patience. Whatever it is, even in those super small moments, call upon the name of the Lord. And here's why. Is because in those moments when we call upon His name, just like when my kids call upon my name, they expect me to show up. When we call upon the name of God in all of the moments really in our lives, or any moment in our lives, hopefully we do so expecting that He will show up. I mean, here's the beautiful thing. If we expect God to show up, what are we going to be looking for throughout our day? God's presence. And so our soul becomes more awakened to God's presence in our life, but we're also making ourselves more present to calling out to Him and expecting Him to answer. So that's one recommendation I have about how to become more present with God. The second recommendation I have is to create a sacred space in your home for prayer, or to find time in your day to actually go to a chapel or a church, a place that is sacred. I've heard it said many times that God is everywhere. True, right? God is everywhere. But we aren't necessarily everywhere. There are places and there are times when we become more present to God, even if God is always present to us. God is everywhere. He is in our hearts. He is outside in nature. He is at the mall. He is everywhere. I mean, the list could go on, but I'm not going to bore you. But the point is, we are not as present to God when we are at the mall or when we are at a restaurant. We tend to be more present to God when we are in a sacred place, in a church, in a chapel, or if within our home we have created a sacred space. So that's the second thing that I encourage you to do, especially in the season of Advent. Start this Advent, if you don't already, creating a sacred space for you individually to pray, or as a family to pray. Create that sacredness within your home, because it's in those moments when, not that God becomes more present to us, but we become more present to God. And the third recommendation that I have is to reacquaint ourselves with beauty. Reacquaint ourselves with the riches, not material riches, not wealth, but riches of the soul. Reacquaint ourselves with things that are good and beautiful and exciting. Our world, our lives do not lack beauty. The things that are going on in our lives, whether they might seem mundane or simple or non-significant, they are very meaningful and significant. Why? Because God has placed you where you are. And when we can reacquaint ourselves with beauty, sort of rewire our minds to see from the perspective of God. One of the things when I'm talking to my students is we put on our Jesus goggles or Jesus glasses. It allows us to see the world as Jesus does. So God is absolutely able to see the beauty in things that we have allowed the beauty or the significance to kind of dwindle or be sucked out of our lives, either by distraction or because it's repetitive, that sometimes we allow those things in our life that are truly beautiful, that are truly good, we allow them to lose their oomph, right? To lose their impact in our lives. So I encourage you, reacquaint yourselves with things that are beautiful, with things that are good, with things that are truthful. Put your Jesus glasses on and look at your work, your family, your lives, the people around you with a new, awakened, refreshed view of those people, of those situations through the lenses of Christ. One thing I do want to ask you is, if you have created a sacred space in your home, if you want to take a picture or write a comment and share that, I would love to see how you bring the sacredness of God into your home to really create that sacred space. If you would love to share, I would love to see or hear from you. I hope that you have a wonderful first week of Advent. I'm sorry that this vlog is a little late. My little son Sam is sick, so if you could please pray for his quick recovery, I would greatly appreciate it. I hope that you have a great week. Take care and God bless.